data fetching and APIs. You'll learn how to use Fetch and Axios, handle async await inside useEffect, work with SWR and React Query, fetch data using GraphQL and Apollo Client, manage loading and error states, and implement pagination and infinite scroll. Let's get started. Creating a React app. Terminal. Bash npx create React app data fetching demo. cd data fetching demo npm start. App.js. Clear out the boilerplate. JSX function app. Return div welcome to data fetching demo div. Export default app. Fetch API the native way. Let's begin with the browser's built-in fetcher function to load some data. Import useEffect useState from React. Function app const post set posts equals useState. useEffect fetch https on placeholder.typico.com/posts res.json. Then data equals set post data. Return div posts.map post title. useEffect async await. Want cleaner readable code? Let's wrap fetch in an async function. JSX useEffect const get posts equals async. Const res equals await fetch https json placeholder.typico.com/posts. Const data equals await rest.json set posts data. Catch error console error get posts. Now let's switch to Axios, a cleaner, more powerful HTTP client. Bash npm install Axios. JSX import Axios from Axios. useEffect const get posts equals async equals try const res equal await Axios json placeholder.typico.com/posts set posts rest.data. Catch error console error get posts. useSWR, React hook for data. SWR handles caching, revalidation, and error states out of the box. Bash npm install SWR. JSX import useSWR. Import Axios from Axios. Const fetcher equals URL Axios to get URL. Then resio rest.data. Function app. Const data error is loading htjson placeholder.typico.com/posts fetcher. If is loading, return loading. If error, return error occurred. Return div data.map post p key post id post title. React Query, full state management. React Query gives us full control over server state. Bash npm install at tanstack/react-query. JSX import query client provider from @tanstack/react-query. Import React DOM from React DOM/client. Import app from /app. Const query client equals new query client. Const root equals react dom.create root document get element by id root. Root.render query client provider client equals query client. Import useQuery from @tanstack react-query. Import Axios from Axios. Const fetch posts equal axios.get json placeholder.typico.com/posts, then res equals res.data. Function app const data error is loading equals useQuery. Query key, query fn, fetch posts. If is loading, return loading. If error, return error loading data. Return div data.map, post p key, post id, post.title. GraphQL plus Apollo client. Let's use Apollo client to fetch from a public GraphQL API. Bash npm install apollo/client GraphQL. JSX import Apollo client in memory cache Apollo provider from @apollo/client. Const client new Apollo client. URL/countries.trevorblades.com/cache new in memory cache. Root.render Apollo provider client app Apollo provider. JSX import GQL use query from @apollo/client. Const get countries equals GQL query. Countries code name. Function app const data loading error equals use query get countries. If loading, return loading. If error, return error fetching countries. Return div data.countries.map country key country.code country.native. React, loading and error states. Always show users feedback when loading or errors happen. If is loading, return loading. If error, return error loading data. Pagination with API. We'll now fetch only 10 items per page and navigate with a button. JSX const page set page equals use state 1. useEffect equals const fetch posts equal async. Const res equals await axios.get https just json placeholder.typico.com/posts limit equals 10 and page score page set posts res.data fetch posts button on clicky set page previv +1. Infinite scroll. We'll use a library to load more data as we scroll. Bash npm install React Infinite Scroll component. Import Infinite Scroll from React Infinite Scroll component. Infinite Scroll data length equals posts.length. Next equals fetch more data. Has more loader. Loading. Posts.map. Post ID. Post title. That's it. You now know how to fetch data in React using all modern methods, from basic fetch to GraphQL.